What up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Antoine, and today I'm going to bring to you my 4K review of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
What's the name of that nightclub of yours again?
You talking about the Boom Boom Room?
Yeah, the Boom Boom Room. That's it.
So, guys, this movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer, came out in 1997, and it was one of the movies, I would say the two movies that was responsible for keeping the horror genre alive, because after the 80s, I would say the horror genre has started to kind of die down, and this movie, along with Scream, that came out in 1996, were two movies that I felt gave the horror genre like an extra boost to keep, to keep fans interested who like horror movies. So, the format of this movie was 239 by 1, and the audio was recorded in Dolby Atmos. The runtime was an hour and 40 minutes, and my thoughts on the movie was that they did a really good job of upgrading this movie to 4K. I felt like it had really good HDR. The contrast with the colors were more deeper, richer. It had dark, inky blacks. This movie was a dark movie, so most of it was shot at nighttime. I felt like, first of all, I watched this movie in the theater room on my projector, and I also watched it on my OLED TV. So with the OLED, it gave me a better feel for, I would say, the brightness of the contrast of the colors. For example, early on in the movie, where they shooting the fireworks at the they having the 4th of July celebrations. The fireworks had a really, really good realistic feel to them. That was one of the scenes that I felt like the HDR really stood out. It had a slight layer of film grain, but it's not nothing to distract you from the movie. The only thing that I don't even really call it a negative, but because the movie is over 20 years old, it doesn't have the 4K crispiness of today's movies. But for what it was, I felt like the 4K was it's a good upgrade from if you already got the 1080 version. So my thoughts on the surround sound was, it's top notch. It was a better surround sound than what they did on Friday the 13th, which I talked about in my last 4K review. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. This movie had great Atmos, like I was just talking about. I mentioned about the fireworks scenes. You actually hear the fireworks bursting above your head. This movie has really good bass. The bass is something that I could feel the bass in my theater room seats. Like, I don't have butt kickers or nothing in my chairs, but you could feel the bass vibrating through your seat. So that's always a good sign that I look for when I'm gauging the surround sound of different Atmos movies. So this is a movie that I do highly recommend if you like horror movies. And I felt like it had excellent surround sound. It had good atmospheric sounds. For example, when they were doing the pageant, you could hear the people in the crowd they actually sound like they're off in the distance. Like you feel like you in the crowd with them. It had a lot of jump scares in this movie, so that matched with a good surround sound, I thought was a good, a good blend that helped, make this a pretty good scary movie. So I would give the picture quality on this movie, I would give it an 8. And for the surround sound, I think I would give it a 9.2. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the 4K version of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I do recommend that you add this one to your collection along with Scream. I think Scream is another good addition that you should add to your collection. And yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts on I Know What You Did Last Summer. So thanks for checking out the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.